under a blood-red sky, on a black horse made of shadows, with fire in his eyes. He was searching for a soul to claim, someone
Good morning, Danksters. What is up? What is the hap, guys? It is True Crime Thursday. We're getting wild, guys. Oh. Alright, my mic sounds like shit. Let's figure this out here real quick. Alright, nothing like working on the show first thing in this morning, guys. It's here. Testing, 1, 2. Try that one. There we go. Testing, 1, 2. Born where the rattlesnakes roam, with hands rough as canyon walls, and a guitar is only home. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 3, 4. There we go. We're good. All right, guys. We got a hell of a show. Thanks for dealing with my technical difficulties real quick. We are talking Craigslist killers and online outlaws this morning, guys. We are getting crazy. We got the Wakey Bakey news. We got the day in history. We got the first toke of the day. We got a Steven Wilson sighting, guys. That is right. We got a Steven Wilson sighting. The first time in a week. We got an update, guys. So we're going to blow this thing up. Where is he at? Where's Steven Wilson? We're going to find out, guys. We're going to find out. The moose is loose. Watch out. Watch out. All right, guys. We're going to get into this. We go live in 2. We got a lot of stuff to get into. We got weed. We got killers. We got YouTube. What more do you need in life, guys? It's munchies. We're going to talk some munchies, too. All right, let's get into it, guys. We go live in 2.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y cuando le no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Lo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es
We are live and in living color. How's everyone doing? All right. Sounds good. Everything is good. Oh, man, I got a call. I actually got a text from Steven Wilson, or someone pretending to be Steven Wilson, about 3 a.m. They're like, stop looking for me. No, that's not what it said. Wouldn't it have been wild? We should have done our own dark web series based on Steve. Fuck, man. I missed the boat. I missed the fucking boat, much like Steven. We're going to talk about that. Fuck, we could have done our own dark web series about Steven going missing. And then someone texts me at 4 a.m. and be like, stop looking for him. Or stop looking for me, or something like that. And I come on the show and I'm like, dude, we got a call from Steven Wilson's number. And all it said was, stop looking for me. That would be crazy. So he texted me at 1:30 a.m. We just came in. We broke down at sea 100 miles offshore. So he's probably sleeping right now. So that's the latest on Steven. He got human trafficked 100 miles outside of Mexico on the open water. He's now in Indonesia, fucking picking up those fucking those cat turds that they turn in the coffee. Steven Wilson got human trafficked. He's now a coffee slave labor, picking up fucking cat shit, turning it into coffee. We're sorry, Steven Wilson. We tried to save you. Aaron, good morning. Harvey Hooligans, good morning. Brian Williams, how are you? Hiding out from ICE. Oh, an Outback Dankster. I love it. The Outback Dankster. Oh, man. What's happening? The world's getting turned upside down over these Epstein files, man. These Epstein files are fucking going nuts. You know, I hate to say it, man. I really hate to say it. I think we could see, if they keep going the direction they're going, you could see a civil war. What do you guys think? Do you think people get pissed and people uprise against the tyranny, if you will? I mean, it's so blatantly obvious what they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. I think the White House kind of forgot that we're not dumb, man. We're fucking, these are just the MAGA guys, which I'm not really a MAGA guy. I support Donald Trump and some of his stuff, not all of it. I'm a common sense politician. If it makes sense, if you're here illegally and you gotta go, that makes sense to me. Some of the other shit that doesn't make sense, and I don't support it. But what doesn't make sense is you run your whole fucking campaign on, we're gonna release these files, man. And then once you look at them, you're like, we're not going to release these files, man. And you're gaslighting everyone at the same time. People are getting pissed. You got Congress shutting it down, like voting against releasing the files. What? And it was all Republicans. That's the crazy thing. The Democrats voted for it to go through. They're like, fuck, let them see what they want to see. Fuck it. Yeah, but no, Republicans are like, no. That makes me wonder, what the fuck is going on, man? There's some serious shit in those files, I'm telling. And then they went to the Supreme Court to shut down Ghislaine Maxwell because fucking they don't want her talking. The Department of Justice went to the Supreme Court, and they're like, no, you don't want to even hear their appeal. Nope. They have nothing to say. Just keep it moving here. Nothing to see here. That's when you really got to look. Because when the government, cops, whoever, nothing to see here. Just keep it moving. That's when there is something to see, man. It's going to be, I think he was an Israeli spy, like a lot of other people. And I think that's where the problem lies. I think the spy game, you're going to reveal a lot of shit if you unveil it, man. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. There's Open Carry Larry. I just hired an investigator to search every dive bar and donkey show in Tijuana. He is the private investigator. Hired myself. I'm going to go on down to Mexico and go to every whorehouse, brothel, and dive bar there is. I'll find Stephen Wilson. If I got to pay for the whole thing myself, I'll do it. Open Carry Larry. I love it. I love it. Oh, man. You forgot the midget tossing tavern. There's just one. The red door, man. Or is it the green door? When I was a young adolescent, you would hear these stories about guys going down to Tijuana. See, where the fuck is Stephen Wilson when we need him? Where is Stephen Wilson when we need him? I'd hear stories about like guys I worked with, older guys. You know, I was like in my 20s, 19, 18, whatever. No, I wasn't in my 20s in 1918, but it might as well have been shit. Oh, man. Nice. Have a great day having some homemade tequila. I don't think I've ever had homemade tequila. I don't know why my voice cracked like that. Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, so I've always heard about this place. I think it's the Green Door or the Red Door in Tijuana. It's like a famous brothel, supposedly, or whatever. You always would hear, like, when I worked for Budweiser, you'd hear the older guys, oh, yeah, go down to Tijuana, go down to the Green Door, buddy. And, like, maybe they don't even know, but they just heard it, so they just incorporate it. But, yeah, I was like, we didn't do it. That's Larry, head down to the Green Door. I'm there right now. I don't care what my doctor says. I'm there. We can grow agave cactus. Why can't we make tequila? True. So yeah, Stephen Wilson is supposedly back. He's probably sleeping. He said, yeah, the ship that he went out on to go fishing broke down 100 miles off the coast. So at least that's what he said. And then he said, stop looking for me. Damn it, we missed a golden opportunity. Yeah, man, but this Epstein stuff is crazy. I think I wanted to see what Broken Brain. They refused to give her anything. Her arrest was done outside of the files. She is a sex trafficking lowlife. No, 100%, man. But how are you gonna say there was no sex trafficking going on when you locked her up for sex trafficking? You see what I mean? Like, how the fuck? And that's what they're trying to use. Her lawyers are saying, hey, wait a minute. If the president of the United States saying there's nothing to see here, then why is my client in prison? You know, my big thing on it is Prince Andrew. If there's no client list, and Epstein did this all on his own because he was a sick human being, why the fuck did Prince Andrew settle out of court to a minor that he fucking allegedly raped on Epstein Island? Yeah. And then you got how many victims, right? You got how many victims that you're in touch with that have given statements, dates, times. You then just match that up. Even if there is no, like, he didn't open his fucking sock drawer and there was the diary of his evil doing. Even if there isn't anything like that, it's super simple. Oh, they went to the island, Bill Clinton, Donald Trump, Michelle Rodriguez. I don't know who the fuck goes to that island. That's a name you haven't heard in a long time, Michelle Rodriguez. She's still hanging out with Vin Diesel. Fuck. What is it? Yeah, so I mean, you just match it up, man. Be like, this girl's saying she was assaulted on this date. On this date, we got proof that Epstein, Trump, Clinton, Hillary, whoever fucking was there. Prince Andrew. You match it up. There's your fucking list. Like, I'm not even a cop. And I know that fucking just from watching Law and Order and fucking Dateline. Larry stranded out in the desert island, the professor and Marianne. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, this Epstein stuff. I think we see potential civil war actions, man. I think people will fight for this one. I think people will rise up and demand justice on this one. That's what I think. But if the files are not being given to Bondi by the DOJ, the FBI, what can be done? I mean, Comey's daughter just got fired because of her involvement in the Epstein and Diddy trials. Yeah, but then why come out and say I have a stack of fucking files this big on my desk and we're going through them? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's crazy. Her and her dad undercover investigation for hiding info and cover-ups. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how this goes through. You think he was banking on his daughter coming up with info for him on the inside when he posted that seashell picture? Maybe. All right, guys, let's get into a little shout outs this morning. We got a ton of people up in here this morning. That's right, guys. Actually, you know what? Open carry Larry. I've been holding this in my hand to remind me of first toke of the day, guys. We need it. First toke of the day. Let's get into this, guys. This is brought to you by the Healing Center. This is a West Coast Cure Lemon. This is a lemon vape, guys. This is some fire stuff. I'm smoking this out of a Mr. Battery, guys. This Mr. Battery is pretty cool. Has a old school lighter, an electric lighter on it. It reminds me of the old school car lighters. Remember, you push them in, pop them out, and then you like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. Except his was with a knife, and he was talking about head cheese, but still. But look at this clear, beautiful vape juice, guys. West Coast Cure. Who has the cure? West Coast Cure does, guys. And who has West Coast Cure? The Healing Center. 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Today is Thirsty Thursday, guys. That's right. 15% off your Uncle Arnie's. 15% off your St. Ives. 15% off your Pabst Blue Ribbon, guys. You want Thirsty Thursday? We got your drinks, guys. The number one headquarters of cannabis beverages. That's right. The Healing Center, guys. Check out some Uncle Arnie's. Check out some St. Ives. Check out some Pabst Blue Ribbon, guys. The great part, no hangover. That's right. You can drink the shit out of these and no hangover. You're going to get high. You're going to have a good time. We get high. We have a good time. We at the river with Steven Wilson, missing him for days. We're out to get high. We're going to get lit. We're drinking Uncle Arnie's. We're having a fit. That's right, guys. Go on down there and check it out. That was a fucking weird one. Let's get into it. First toke of the day.
And starts to play. Morning's here in a hazy way. Eyes half closed, but I'm wide awake. Time to spark it up, no time to fake. First toke of the day makes the world
all right. Let's get into this, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and
let the good times stay. First toke of the day, light that green bouquet.
Woo!
Coffee's cool, but it ain't for
First
me.
cough of the day.
Up, let's set it free.
That one hit.
Twirl, lift me
Woo!
higher than the world.
That one hit,
First
man.
toke of the day makes the world okay.
That was a sneaky.
Chasing clouds that
Woo!
drift and sway.
Only your first toke of the day was as good as mine.
Let the good
Do
times
one more, baby. West Coast
First toke
Cure.
of the day,
yeah. Who's ready to tackle this day now? I sure am. Woo! All right. First cough of the day. All right, let's get into it, guys. All right. Woo, that was good. That was really good, man. I needed that. I needed that head change. All right, guys, let's get into the roll call this morning. 20 minutes in, Mr. Crispers should be proud. Big shout out to Mr. Crispers. We miss you, buddy. Stop in anytime. The door is always open. That's right. We'll leave a light on for you. All right. Remember those commercials? What was that for? That was for, shit. It was a hotel. What hotel? We'll leave a light on for you. Yeah, shit. I don't know what hotel that was. Anyway, first token of the day has got me scrambled. All right, let's get into this, guy. Shout outs. You got a special person in your life. You got someone you hate, like Picture Perfect Videography in Henderson, Nevada, who you should never use because they rip their editors off and don't pay them. That's right. Allegedly. So don't ever use them. But you got a business you want to shout out. You got a good business. You got a bad business. Someone fucked up your coffee this morning and you want to give them a shout out. Someone made a great cup of coffee and you want to give them a shout out. Your cousin, Puppet, cheated on his girlfriend with his sister. It happens. It happens. Thank God I don't got a sister. It happens. You can apologize, Puppet, right here on our love line and dedication. That's right. All right, guys, you want to shout out, blow up those comments, let me know you're in his house, and let's do this.
Rise and shine, it's the Wakey Bakey vibe. Dank Nation's here and we're going worldwide. The daily Dank.com is leading the way. Shouting out the crew, starting the day. From Rosie the Bulldog to Supernova, my Mike. Dank Nation shining, the future's bright. And leaves his mark. Back to the retro review, bring in the Golani, the OG, smoking big, not scrawny. Aaron from Australia, bold and uncontrolled. Pam and Chris Zucchini, keeping it real. Charlie the fisherman's got that morning appeal. April so lovely, Russ and Jeremy too. Lonnie's blunt is lighting up the room. Roll call, Dank Nation unite with the daily Dank.com.
We're keeping it inside. Shout out to finding out I have a disc degeneration in my spine, arthritis, and more arthritis, a rotator cuff injury. Let's do this. What's next? Rotator cuff, man. I just had mine replaced a couple years ago. Oh man, arthritis sucks, brother. Arthritis sucks. I got it fucking in my hands. Oh, my hands are the worst. Knees, those herniated discs I got in my neck. Oh man, it's a mess, Lonnie. It's a mess, but we'll figure it out, man. We'll figure it out. Big shout out to the doctors that are actually doing stuff and helping people out, man. Big shout out. The ones that are just collecting a check, go fuck yourselves. All right. Let's get into a shout out. We got Harvey Hooligans wants you to tickle his pickle or pickle my tickle. It's Thursday again. What the I know they keep coming, Harvey. They keep coming. Big bad Brian Williams in his house. Brian Williams, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? The moose is loose. That's right. 1, 2, buckle your shoe. Where in the world is Steven San Diego? Big shout out to the broken brain of Eric, guys. We're going to get our Dank Enough challenge rolling. I'm going to start working on it today. I've been in a mood. I've been in just trying to figure my shit out. Still trying to figure my shit out. My Instagram's back up, though. Instagram, Daily Dank Instagram is back up, though, guys. Big shout out to the real world workers at Instagram, not some shitty AI that's like, you violated policy. We suspended your account. And then when they actually look at it, they're like, there's nothing. We don't see anything. Exactly. That's what I don't even know what the fuck. Like, it was just out of the blue, suspended for not following their rules or something like that. It said for continuously pushing the boundaries of their rules or something like that. And I was like, I can accept that. Like, okay. But yeah, so I appealed it. Took about a day. Come back, and they said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with your account. Sorry. It sucks, man, because honestly, like, if they wanted to take I have had that account like 3 years, man. We got a lot of videos on there, a lot of subscribers, a lot of subscribers. How fucking old am I? A lot of followers on there. Would have sucked to lose it, man. But no, we're back up and running. We're gonna start dropping midnight reviewers. Got Rosie drool on me. I'm gonna start dropping new midnight reviewers once a day, guys, at midnight. Go figure. I'm trying something different with the midnight reviewer. We're gonna drop the first one today, not at midnight, here pretty soon. I'll let you. I'll share it with everyone. I want to know what you guys think. It's a different route with the midnight reviewer. I want to start doing these daily. The faceless videos were cool, but I think this will be a little different. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. My broken brain Facebook was removed. Yeah, man, they fucking don't give a fuck, man. They really don't. I've had straight up like the Healing Center page back in the day when we used to have a Facebook page for the Healing Center, which I found again. Somehow it got resurrected. I even got an Instagram notification for the first time. Oh man. First time in a long time. Yeah, so midnight reviewer. We're gonna try a couple different things of today in history. Little bits, guys, that we did before with Billy the Kid. I'm gonna start doing those. But yeah, man, it's totally unfair. The Healing Center pages. I've told this story before. We straight got a fucking kept getting hit with violation. And finally, we did a video where it was kind of a Degeneration X style, where it was me and the lady who owned the dispensary at the time. And we're like, we agree with Facebook. We're no longer going to say bleep, bleep, or we can't say bleep. And we definitely can't say bleep. And fucking within 20 minutes, whole page gone. Not even a chance to appeal it. Just gone. Some dude was like, fuck this guy. Boop. And that's all it takes, man. It just takes one worker having a bad night to fuck up your whole page. I was looking at the Instagram videos, and people were there's videos of people who get their whole channel taken down or whatever. People who have businesses, man. People who sell shit on Instagram, all of a sudden, boom, it's gone. And you have no passive income because all your followers were on Instagram. That's why it's important, man. I say it a million times. Actually, I don't think I've ever said it, but I'll say it a million times. Man, you got to get a website, man. You got to get a website to back up your shit. That way, and you always direct everything to the website and then funnel from the website down. Because that way, if your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever gets taken down, everyone already knows where the main hub is. It's brokenbrain.com or whatever it may be, thedailydank.com. So if you can't find me on Instagram, what the fuck, man? We'll go to thedailydank.com and then find out, oh, his Instagram got taken down. Here's a new one. Boom, follow. That's how you got to do it, man. That way you just don't disappear, man, because it does. These people with TikToks, that are making thousands of dollars a day on TikTok, and all of a sudden their TikTok gets taken down, and they don't have anything else, man. They can't get those viewers back. They can't get in. Like it's a grind, man. And you spend years building up your account. It really it's a grind. It really hits you in the balls, man. Let's see, Aaron. I don't know what's happening with YouTube. Haven't received notification from the Daily Dank or Broken Brain in months. I'm on here because I looked. Wow. Do you, Aaron? Did you click on the notification button? There's a little bell icon on the channel. You can click on that, and it puts up notifications for you. It's supposed to, at least. All right, another big shout out to Aaron, man. Big shout out to Aaron all the way from Australia, man. Who doesn't know shit about a bloomin' onion, but he knows all about Australia. We love the guy, man. What's up, Aaron, our brother? Who else we got? We got Harvey Hooligans. Oh, where's our English friends at this morning, man? They probably went to bed. It's like 1:30 over there. Oh, Harvey Hooligan was in heaven yesterday talking English stuff, man. Pretty cool. Big shout out to them. Fuck. My fucking stoner brain this morning. Big shout out to them. You guys know who you are. My apologies. I can't think of the username right off the bat. If someone can help me out. Nah, Brian, I didn't. LOL, of course. I hit the bell. Oh, man. I love it. So we got Open Carry Larry in the house. Good morning, Larry. We got the Broken Brain. Who else we got? We got a ton of people up in here this morning. Love it. Lonnie, the OG. Finally, something I enjoy talking about. Smoking weed. That's right. You know what? My life has become, since I'm home doing the Daily Dank all day, I've been playing a lot of MLB 2K. Too much. And I'm having AI make baseball cards of my player. We have a guy who, he's a 33-year-old rookie who just joined the team. His name is Kurt Gramblin. And he hit it was in the playoffs against the Nationals, and he drove me in to win the game. And for some reason, I came up with the song. I started singing the song, Lord, I was born a Grambling fan, hitting RBIs the best way he can. And then I went as far as to have AI have people holding signs that say I'm a Grambling fan. That's how crazy my life has become. When April calls and she tells me about her work day, I'm like, hey, I made a baseball card of myself today. That's what my life has become, guys. My life has become that. I didn't realize, you know what? Big shout out to all the old school, old guys in here, man. I've been working a job for the last 14 years, right? Loving it, like just loving my schedule. Things are good. And then all of a sudden I'm not working that job anymore. And I'm out on the job market a little bit. I'm, testing the tipping my toes in the water. Dude, I got old, man. During that 15 years, I got fucking old. I didn't realize it. People aren't banging down the door to hire a 49-year-old manager. It ain't happening. And I didn't realize it, man. So big shout out to all the old school guys out there. We may be getting old. They think we're getting old, but we're really getting better. Big shout out. What else we got? Lonnie. Big shout out to Lonnie. The Russian collusion. That's a big one. Not shout out to the Russian collusion, but you guys know. Larry, Open Carry Larry. Oh, man. The Taco Bell bong reminds me instantly of diarrhea. Oh, man. That's crazy. All right, guys. Big shout out. I want to give a shout out to Mr. Crispers, Supernova Mike. Hey, Teresa Deller, guys. Give Teresa Deller smokes weed or something. Check out her YouTube, guys. You know what? I'll just go ahead and do it. It's promoting the things at Route 66 Lounge, guys. I'm not affiliated, but they do have some cool shit going down over there. If you guys are into bingo, that kind of stuff, check out the Route 66 Lounge. They just opened a YouTube page. Go and like them. They're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff. They got a lot of cool shit going on over there, guys. Just get high at the healing center first. That's the rule. That's the rule. No, they got a lot of cool shit going on over there. Shit you can't find anywhere else. Stone painting. They're doing bingo. They do birthday party type things, man. Like a birthday month. If it's your birthday a certain month, they have like giveaways and shit. Pretty cool, man. They're doing a lot of cool shit down there. So make sure you are checking them out, guys. What else we got? Supernova Mike, Teresa Deller, Fight for Freedom, and Russ are going through some hard times. I have a feeling, guys, cryptic Facebook messages. So thoughts and love to them. Prayers as well, guys. All the OGs, Chris Zucchini, the prodigal son, and this fucking guy. Where's Steven? Is he under a tree? Where's Steven? Is he down on his knees? Where's Steven? Is he lost at sea? Where's Steven? Is he stung by a bumblebee? That's right. Where is Steven Wilson? Hopefully we'll find out. Stop looking for me. So big shout out to everyone out there, guys. Big shout out to everyone at McDonald's, Burger King, all the food places, Denny's, Black Bear Diner, Waffle House. Everyone out there working, getting it done. Working out in the heat right now. Big shout out to all the construction workers. Everyone sacrificing in this heat. I ain't even leaving the fucking house, man. And you guys are out there working. Appreciate you. All right, guys, let's get into a little something I like to call Wakey Bakey News. We got a lot of true crime to get into. Let's do it.
Wake up, sleepyheads, turn on the tube. Wakey Bakey Morning got the latest scoop. Celeb news, gossip like a wild parade. Spill the beans while you sip that lemonade. Crazy news stories that'll blow your mind. Aliens on the loose, or did Bigfoot find? Grab a bowl and let's dive into the hype. Morning show groove with the stoner type. Wakey Bakey, every morning it's a dare. Catch the crazy news just floating in the air. Celeb drama and the wild world blend. Morning laughs that never end.
All right, guys. First one up. We're going to talk about the bizarre disappearance of Brian Schaefer, guys. This is a weird one. This is definitely a weird one. Let's check this out. Brian Schaefer walked into a bar 19 years ago, guys. Yeah, this is really weird. This was just kind of hitting the news again. Let me share this with you guys. All right. Brian Schaefer walked into a bar 19 years ago and was never seen again, revisiting the bizarre disappearance and why some think he was a victim of a serial killer. So Brian Schaefer was enjoying a night out with friends, celebrating the start of spring break, when he suddenly vanished without a trace 19 years ago. That's scary, man. Scary as shit. The 27-year-old was on his way to becoming a doctor, had a girlfriend, Alexis Wagner, and was able to jet off on a vacation to Florida. Was about to jet off on a vacation to Florida. Per the Columbus Monthly, behind the scenes, Schaefer was coping with the loss of his mother, who had died from cancer just weeks prior, and reportedly planning to propose to Wagner. A week after studying, Schaefer joined his dad, Randy, for dinner at a local steakhouse before meeting up with a friend to go bar hopping. Wagoner later said that he called her and told her he was looking forward to their trip and was just days away. In the early hours of April 1st, Schaefer arrived at the Ugly Tuna Salon. It's a good name for a bar, Ugly Tuna Salon. with two friends. They spent the next hours mingling with others, watching a band perform, and just before the bar's 2 a.m. closing, Schaefer was spotted for the last time on security cameras, re-entering the bar after he had been chatting outside with two women. Ooh, busted. Police have spent nearly 2 decades looking for the medical student who had vanished in plain sight with nothing but the clothes on his back. The police were just as confused as the rest of us, his brother Derek told the magazine. They did everything they could to try to find my brother. So what happened to Brian Schaefer 19 years ago? This was Brian. Man, that's crazy that people could still just go missing like that. Schaefer was raised in a small suburb of Columbus, Ohio, and born in '79, just a couple years younger than me, man. Wow. In 2003, he finished his undergrad at OSU. He had already went through white coat ceremony. He was on his way to becoming a doctor. He had no reason, man. They've been said that Brian was very funny, that he was very charismatic, and that he was very outgoing. I've heard that he could be a little stubborn at times. Oh, Brian, that's just a Brian trait. That's just a Brian trait. So what happened to the night he went after what? So what happened on the night Schaefer went missing? March 31st, he had just finished studying for an upcoming exam. His mother, he met his father for dinner. He also called his brother Derek, asking him to link up that evening, but he was unable to make it. It was the last time Derek ever heard from him. Looking back at dinner, Randy said it was his son seemed exhausted after pulling several all-nighters. He studied so hard that month he was ready to go on vacation. When I talked to him, he said, "This is my chance to talk about you with the guys. I love you, and I will see you in a couple days." That's what he was saying to his girlfriend. During the bar, Schaefer also met up with two women around 1:55. The group was seen talking outside of the bar minutes that followed. So when the bar closed at 2 a.m., Schaefer was nowhere to be found. Both Florence and Reed attempted to locate Schaefer inside the bar and called him, but were unable to get in touch. Figuring Schaefer had headed to his apartment on his own, the pair drove home. That afternoon, Wagner attempted to call Schaefer, but it went straight to voicemail. He was probably sleeping. And then on the second, they went at boy. So what happened during the investigation? Man, that's so nuts. Especially this is what? It's got to be in the 2000s. So there was enough technology. I was thinking this was like in the 70s or something. Let's see. Months had passed, no leads. In 2008, investigators faced another dead-end lead. In September of that year, Randy died in a freak accident when he was hit by a tree in his yard during a storm. In the wake of his death, a note was left on his online obituary that read, "Dad, I love you. Love, Brian." U.S. Authorities found the same. What? So wait a minute. We skipped a little bit. So there's possibility he could have faked his death, or just, I don't think so though. That seems weird. Cadaver dogs did not definitely pick up any traces of Schaefer. There were also Schaefer on the night. Those who were with Schaefer on the night of the disappearance, including bar staff and the two women in the security footage, even the band performing. But investigators came up empty. Months had passed with no leads. Although investigators received many tips, some were hoaxes. After calling Schaefer's phone every night for months only to get his voicemail, one night it actually rang. When authorities reached out to the cell phone company, they had learned the phone had pinged a tower in the nearby town of Hillard. But it was probably a glitch per the magazine. In 2008, investigators faced another. So when his brother died, someone left on his online obituary, "Dad, I love you, love, Brian." Per the lantern. There have been no major developments in this case since, but as of 2021, the Ohio Bureau of Criminal Investigation released an age-progressed photo of what he would look like. Just be a hippie now. So what does his family believe happened to him? He was going to do great things as a doctor. He wasn't into drugs or anything like that. I don't think he would just take off and never contact us again. No, he wouldn't have done that to us. I agree with that. As far as the leads in the potential case, they're saying it could be a serial killer. Man, that's not cool, man. I don't like that. Like, we live in an age now with technology. You shouldn't just be going missing. You know what I mean? You shouldn't just be in a place where that happens, man. That's just nuts. I'm not built for that shit. I've said that from day one, man. If my kids ever went missing, even at an adult age, man, I'm not built for that shit, dude. I'm not built for not knowing. I'm a point A leads to point B kind of guy. And if all of a sudden point A goes to point D, I'm like, whoa. I have a hard time adjusting to that. So yeah, man, I'd lose my fucking mind. I'd be some kind of crazy vigilante killing human traffickers, just fucking losing my mind, pretending I'm Batman and shit. That's what would happen. That's what would happen to me. All right, guys. Pretty little baby singer Connie Francis has passed away, guys. Old Connie Francis. Big, massive star, man. Connie Francis. Legendary pop singer Connie Francis, known for a hit song Who's Sorry Now? The viral Pretty Little Baby, and has died at 87. The news of the singer's death came in a Facebook post shared by her copyright manager, Ron Roberts, with a heavy heart and extreme sadness that we inform you of the passing of my dear friend, Connie Francis. I know Connie would approve that her fans are among the first to learn this. Oh, that's sad, man. Connie Francis. They come in three. Who, all right, so, I don't know which one I want. I don't know which one I want to go to worse. We'll save the best for last. Jane's Addiction sued lead singer Perry Farrell after on-stage assault. You guys remember this about a year or two ago? Dave Navarro, Eric Avery, and Stephen Perkins of the rock group Jane's Addiction are suing lead singer Perry Farrell following the aftermath of an on-stage assault that occurred on September 2024. During the show, Farrell threw a punch at Navarro, which led to him being dragged off stage. Following the incident, the band members pulled the plug on the rest of their tour. The group members filed the complaint in Los Angeles Superior Court on Wednesday. They are suing the singer for $10 million. They claim they lost $10 million due to his actions, and they want him to pay for the cost of the cancellation. You know what? Yeah. I mean, fuck, man. Everything has consequences, right? Yeah. Fuck, 10 million is a lot of fucking money, but so are concerts. So, all right, guys. This is the creme de la creme. You know what? I'm not gonna hate. There's some pictures going around, and it would be easy to hate. I'm not going to hate on these. 49er lineman announced relationship with Brock Lesnar's daughter, Maya. Drew Moss better not be breaking up with his new girlfriend or may end up in Suplex City. The 49-year-old's guard and 6'3" offensive lineman drafted this year was dating Maya Lesnar, the daughter of legendary wrestler and mixed martial artist Brock Lesnar, in a media post. For wedding date, the post, which included a photo of Moss and Lesnar at a wedding, reads, Maya commented on my handsome man. It's the blonde eyebrows that get me with her. It's the blonde eyebrow. But you know what? Yeah, she's a pretty girl. I've seen some pictures where you think maybe you're like, whoa. But no. Maybe she just had too many Brock Lesnar genes, is what I was thinking. But no, man, she's a pretty girl. Look at her. She's all right. She's all right. April is the best. April is the love of my life. April is the most beautiful woman in the world. This girl doesn't hold a candle to April, just so we know. And I'm not looking at her. I'm just saying she's a pretty young lady. All right. All right. Now that that's done, quit talking, Brian. Quit talking. Why did he hit him, though? Has to be a reason. Oh, they were fighting there was something on stage, and he walked up. They were performing on stage, the Jane's Addiction. And dude looked like he was strung out, man, Perry Farrell. And he said there were some words, and fucking dude threw a punch at him while he was playing the guitar in the middle of a set. It's the weirdest thing. It's online. You can look it up. But yeah, Brock Lesnar's daughter, man, dating a 49-year-old. Good for them, man. Good for them. Young love. But yeah, don't end up in Suplex City, baby. Shut up, Brian, before you get in trouble. Yeah, but you don't want to end up in Suplex City. That's what April's going to do to me. Put me in Suplex City. All right, guys, that was your Wakey Bakey news for the day. Let's get into a little something I like to call Today in History. Let's do it, guys. It's brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. Your number one cannabis superstore, guys. That's right. Thirsty Thursday. Get on down there. Get your Uncle Arnie's. Get all your drinks, guys. Head on down there. 15% off today. Don't make the mistake of paying those high prices again, guys. Learn from your mistakes. Go get the deals that are fire. The Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California. You know what? The Annabelle guy. That was kind of crazy. Was it just his time? I don't know, man. Ever since they started moving that Annabelle doll around, me and April want to go in October to a viewing of it in Illinois. We've actually been looking at it quite a bit, trying to scrape up the money to get up there and do a little Halloween trip. But yeah, so we're looking to do that. But yeah, that's crazy, man. I don't know what to think about that one. Yeah, you know what, man? Even if he died of natural causes, the fact that he was around the Annabelle doll, you could make more lore and mystique into it. They should take advantage of it. I'm just saying, or maybe not, because that's kind of a fucked up thing to do. Whatever we do, guys, whatever they're gonna do, let's get into Today in History.
In history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys, Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center. Let's see if you're sharing a birthday today, let me know, guys. We go big on birthdays today. You're in good company if you're celebrating a birthday today, guy. MIA, British-born Surrey Lincoln rapper, was born in 1975. Vin Diesel, American actor, family. Vin Diesel was born in 1967. Holy fuck. If I was born in 76 and he was born in 67, he's almost 60 fucking years old. Woo! Vin Diesel is almost 60 years old. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Holy shit. Is my math right? It's gotta be right. It's gotta be right. Vin Diesel's fucking up, man. He's falling low on he's 57 years old, guys. Holy moly. Did I fuck up? Yep, I fucked up. These are for tomorrow. Vin Diesel, though. Turds. Fucking almost 60 years old tomorrow, guys. Holy shit. Wake up call for us, man. We're old. But if you're celebrating a birthday on this 7/17, not 18, you are celebrating it with Terence Toe, Australian mathematician. What do you know about him? Hey, there's Sin. We were just talking about you, man. We were just talking about you, Sin. How are you? Where's Aaron at? Aaron, what do you know about Terence Toe, Australian mathematician? 1958, Wong Kar-wai, Chinese director, was born. 1954, Angela Merkel, Chancellor of Germany, was born. Camilla, Queen of United Kingdom, Queen of the United Kingdom, was born in 1947. Do you need to still put her job in the description if it's in her title? Camilla, Queen of the United Kingdom. What was her job? Camilla, Queen of the United Kingdom. And then great actor, guys, Donald Sutherland. Yeah, remember Backdraft, where he played the pyro? Oh man, Donald Sutherland, great fucking actor. Great fucking actor. Adam Smith, Scottish philosopher, was born on this day. Oh, I was watching me struggle. Sin. I should just fucking know that name off the top of my head. Sin. What are we getting into here? We're getting into Sin. I should have. See, now I got it. I had to. What's that called? Where you put a. I'm stoned. All right. 1936, guys, the beginning of the Spanish Civil War. A well-planned uprising by nationalist rebels against the Republican government of Spain began this day in 1936, sparking a bloody civil war that lasted until 1939. Wow. When the nationalists and Francisco Franco assumed power. You know what I'm surprised right now, guys? Ireland. Ireland's going through some shit right now. A lot of immigration issues, a lot of fucking getting flooded, taking up resources that are meant for the Irish people. I am surprised that the IRA hasn't made any plays lately about that, man. IRA doesn't fuck around, dude. Back when I was running a little bit when I was, in my early 20s, late teens, I ran with a couple guys who claimed to be true IRA, had the tattoos, had the shit. Maybe not. You never know in that world. But these two guys didn't fuck around. I'll tell you that. So if they were any example of what true IRA guys are, I'm surprised, man. I'm surprised that you haven't seen more of an uprising against what's going on over in Ireland right now. Don't it could still happen. It could still very well happen. Let's see here. 2020, American civil rights leader John Lewis, who helped lead the march in Selma, Alabama in 1965, died at age 80. Holy crap, holy. De Niro, 79, welcomes seventh child. Can you imagine having a baby at 80 fucking years old? I can't imagine having a baby at 49. Let alone fucking 30 years from now. Holy shit. 2014, this was a crazy one. Malaysia Airlines Flight 17 crashed in separatist-held territory of Ukraine, killing 298 people on board. Yeah, there was a lot of controversy about that. The aircraft was shot down by a Russian-made surface-to-air missile. Yeah. 2000, again, if you don't know the past, we're doomed to repeat it. We're back in Ukraine. We're back in the war. You know what I mean? This was in 2014. 2009, American journalist Walter Cronkite, who was the longtime anchor of the CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite, became known as the most trusted man in America, died at age 92. That's back when you could trust the news, man. Back when it wasn't opinion-based. 1998, the United Nations completed the statute establishing the International Criminal Court, which began sitting 4 years later. 1996, damn, we're still in the 90s. 1996, TWA Flight 800 crashed. Crazy, 2 plane crashes on the same day in history. into the Atlantic Ocean off the Long Island, killing 230 people on board. U.S. government inquiry determined a mixture of fuel and air had ignited accidentally within a fuel tank, though others believe the jetliner was shot down by a missile. 96 and 2015. I'm just saying, same date in history. 1955, Disneyland, amusement park featuring attraction based on the creations of Walt Disney and Walt Disney Company, opened in Anaheim today. Nice. Joseph Stalin, Winston Churchill, and Harry Truman met at the Potsdam Conference, the last Allied Summit Conference of World War II. 1944, German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel was seriously injured when his car was forced off the road by British fighter bombers. Let's see, 1918, former Russian Tsar Nicholas II and his family were executed by the Bolsheviks. That's if you guys, you know what, great show to watch, man. A Gentleman in Moscow. It's with Ian McGregor. It is about when the Bolsheviks take over Russia. They eliminate all the royalty. They fucking make all the noblesmen like normal people. It's kind of a crazy, and they're killing the noble. It's a crazy time, and that it's a book and a series. They put it in really good perspective, man. You guys should watch it. The Carpathia, the ocean liner that rescued the survivors of the Titanic in 1912, was struck by a German U-boat during World War I. 1902, American mechanical engineer Willis Carrier completed drawings for what would become the first modern air conditioner. God bless you. God bless your soul, William Willis Carrier. Now they're all named after you now. 1862, Abraham Lincoln wartime Congress passed the Second Confiscation Act of pursuant to the Emancipation Proclamation. Woo! 1763, John Jacob Astor, founder of renowned family of Anglo-American capitalist, business leader, and philanthropist, was born in Waldorf, Germany. 1683, Turkish forces began the siege of Vienna against the Habsburg Holy Roman Empire, Emperor Leopold I. And last but not least, in 1453, French forces routed the English in the Battle of Constillation, the concluding of the 100-Year War. Bum, bum, bum. And that was your Today in History, guys. If you think about it, 365 days in a year, how many planes have crashed? There's no multiple on one day. We'll have to look that up. All right, guys, let's get into, let's see, what are we looking time-wise? We got a little time. Let's see. You know what? Let me do something here. Let's see if we can do this. Like Brutus. All right. Hey, good morning. We are looking for help to play a little game on my Wakey Bakey Morning Show, the dailydank.com on YouTube. We're looking to play serial killer or clickbait, where you give us a description of maybe a serial killer or not, and you tell us if it's real, or actually we guess if it's real or if it's clickbait. What do you think? Can you handle that this morning?
Lured people to his house by pretending he had a haunted basement. People would come over to check out this haunted basement, and he would trap them there. Now, is that a real serial killer story, or is that clickbait? What do you think?
Ooh, that sounds like a good one. Could you repeat that story? It took me a minute to put you live on the air, which you're live on the air now. So if you want to say welcome to the Dank Nation, you can. But could you reread that story for us?
Of course, and hello to the Dank Nation. All right, here's the story again. There's a tale of a man who supposedly lured people to his house by claiming he had a haunted basement. Curious visitors would come to check it out, and once they were inside, he would trap them down there. So, do you think that's a real serial killer story, or is that just clickbait? Let's hear your guesses.
Oh, that's a difficult one because that sounds like it could be a great serial killer. You know what? If it's not true, maybe we make a movie about that. That sounds pretty good. Lonnie saying clickbait. Dank Nation is saying clickbait. What is the answer for us?
All right, drum roll, please. This one is actually clickbait, but I love the idea of turning it into a movie. That would be a pretty creepy horror plot. So, shout out to everyone who guessed clickbait, and you got it right.
That's crazy. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to start working on that script now. Copyright thedailydank.com, everybody. That's right. All right, you got another one for us. That was a great one.
Absolutely. I love the energy. All right, let me think of another one. Okay, here's one. There was a woman who ran a boarding house and she would take in tenants who were elderly or didn't have family. And these tenants started disappearing one by one. Eventually, authorities discovered something shocking in her garden. So, is that a real serial killer story or is that clickbait? Let's see what everyone thinks.
You know, I actually think I know this one, and if this one isn't real, it's based off of one that is real. Actually, I have a friend that's a private detective, and had busted a man doing the reverse of this, like dating older women with no family, and then killing them and not taking, and then taking their social security checks, never reporting them dead. I'm gonna say this one sounds true. Lonnie says clickbait, but sounds true. We got the Dank Nation saying it sounds true. What is this one?
All right, let's reveal this one. This is actually a true story. It's based on Dorothea Puente, who ran a boarding house and did exactly that. She targeted elderly tenants and unfortunately buried them in her garden. So everyone who guessed true, you got it right. Nice job, and definitely a creepy tale for the morning.
How strong is this old lady? She's digging graves every day, like out in her garden. How big is her garden? She's like shoveling 6 foot, like 6 foot deep holes. What's going on, man? Is she like the Hulk?
I know, right? It's definitely wide to imagine. I think she actually got some help with all of that, and her garden, I guess, was pretty sizable. But yeah, she definitely had a sinister side, and the whole story is pretty wild. Definitely not the Hulk, but definitely a creepy situation.
So my only question about this is, and if there's any information, how fruitful was her garden? Did human bodies provide enough fertilization to make that garden bloom like nuts?
You know, that's a really interesting question. I don't think there's any official record on how successful her garden was, but I think it was more about covering up evidence than actually growing the world's best tomatoes. But it does make you wonder about the state of that soil, right? It's definitely a morbid curiosity for sure.
Yeah, definitely for sure. All right, let's hit up. Let's hit up the next one. What do you got for us?
All right, let's keep it rolling. Here's another one for you. There's a legend of a mysterious figure who supposedly ran a roadside motel and would target lone travelers. Guests would check in and then mysteriously vanish overnight, never to be seen again. So, is that one a true serial killer story or is that clickbait? Let me know what you guys think.
I think this one's a little more difficult because I know situations like this really do happen. This sounds a lot of Bates Motel-ish to me. Do you got any other little hints you could drop in on us on this one?
Yeah, definitely has some Bates Motel vibes, right? All right, I'll give you a little hint. This story is said to be based on a real life inspiration for a certain famous horror character. So let's see if that helps or if that makes it even trickier.
Broken Brain of Eric is saying this is real. This is based off of Vacancy and Bates Motel. Is he correct?
He is indeed correct. This story has roots in the real life crimes of Ed Gein, who inspired a lot of horror characters, including Norman Bates from Psycho. So definitely a real one and a super creepy piece of history. Nice job. You got it.
So is Ed Gein the one that boiled his victims in like a pot?
Ed Gein's crimes were definitely disturbing, but he didn't actually boil his victims. He was known for grave robbing and using human remains to make various objects. And he did inspire a lot of horror movie villains. So definitely a creepy figure, but not quite the boiling part.
So when I had went to Zach Baggins, I call it the Murder Museum because that's basically what it is, true crime museum. It's the haunted museum, and he had a pot from a serial killer that would boil his victims in the pot. I can't think of what serial killer that was.
I believe you're referring to Dennis Nilsen, the British serial killer who did unfortunately boil some of his victims in a large cooking pot. That pot is definitely a chilling artifact, and it makes sense that it would be featured at the Haunted Museum. Pretty creepy stuff.
Yeah, that was the one thing I think when we were going through. They had everything, like everything Charles Manson, his teeth, his hair, the gown that he died in, blood. They had John Wayne Gacy art. They had a letter from John Wayne Gacy to his daughter, which I found kind of disturbing. That like it's a regular, here's some money. I know you don't want it, but it's for your birthday. Treat yourself. And then, but the pot. Even the Bela Lugosi mirror didn't, but that pot, there was something about even being in the same room with that pot that just didn't sit well with me.
I can imagine that would be such an eerie feeling, just knowing the history behind that object. It's like it carries this heavy energy with it. And yeah, the Haunted Museum definitely has some intense artifacts that can give you chills. It's fascinating, but also pretty unsettling at the same time.
Oh yeah. All right, let's get into another one. What do you got for us? Clickbait or serial killer?
All right, let's do another one. Okay, here's a good one. There's a story of a person who would send out chain letters, and these letters would threaten that if you didn't forward them to a certain number of people, something terrible would happen. And supposedly, a few people who didn't forward these letters actually met mysterious ends. So, do you think that one is clickbait, or do you think there's a real serial killer behind it? Let me know what you think.
You know what? Could you read that again and give us just a little bit more detail on that? I kind of zoned out. I was reading a comment, but that sounds like a really interesting one.
Of course, no problem at all. All right, so the story goes like this. There was a person who would send out these chain letters, and in the letters, it would say that if you didn't forward them to a certain number of people, something terrible would happen to you. And supposedly, a few people who didn't forward those letters actually met mysterious or tragic ends. So the question is, do you think that's just a clickbait kind of urban legend, or do you think there was a real serial killer behind it? Let's see what everyone thinks.
Oh, dang. You know what? I forgot about chain letters. I remember as a kid, my mom got a chain letter, and I remember like them. I was young, like 7 or 8 or something like that, trying to explain to me what a chain letter was. And it seems serious to me. So I know that was definitely a thing in the 80s and the 70s. The post Harvey Hooligans is saying the postman always rings twice. Broken Brain is saying based off the Zodiac killer. What do you tell us? What is the answer?
I love the guesses. So this one is actually clickbait. There's no known serial killer who used chain letters as a method, but chain letters themselves definitely had that creepy vibe and made people nervous back in the day. So no serial killer behind it, but definitely a spooky piece of nostalgia.
You know what? We're gonna blah 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 blah. We're gonna wrap up the show in a few minutes, but let's talk about chain letters. Like again, I was a kid, so I don't know much about them. Where did the chain letter craze start, and when did it really start picking up momentum? Like I said, late '70s, early '80s is where I'm gonna say I remember hearing about a chain letter as a kid for the first time. What is the history of chain letters?
Chain letters have actually been around for quite a long time. They date back centuries, originally starting as religious or superstitious messages. One of the earliest known examples is something called the Letter from Heaven from as far back as the 6th century. They really started picking up momentum in the late 19th century as fundraising tools. And then they took on a life of their own in the 20th century, especially in the 70s and 80s when they became a bit of a craze. So they definitely have a long and interesting history.
So when did it start becoming I guess a a superstition? If you don't forward these messages, and then it's funny because it kind of bled over to emails in the beginning of the internet craze. So when did the superstition of it all kind of hit?
The superstition aspect of chain letters really started to take hold around the 1920s. That's when they began to shift from just religious or charitable messages into something that carried a threat of bad luck if you didn't pass them on. And you're absolutely right that superstition definitely carried over into the early days of email where we started seeing those digital chain letters. It's funny how that concept evolved and kept going with new technology.
So, can you give a big shout out to our buddy Aaron from Australia? He's getting ready to take off for the day. It's a night over there. Give a big shout out to our buddy Aaron from Australia.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Aaron all the way in Australia. Hope you have an awesome day ahead. And thanks for being part of the Dank Nation. Take care.
Awesome. So, one last question. We'll wrap up this show for the day. As far as these chain letters go, has there ever been any proof of bad things happening by not doing it, like, a jinx or a curse or anything like that? What was it that made people believe this so much?
There's never really been any concrete proof that anything bad would happen if you didn't forward a chain letter. It was more about the power of suggestion and superstition. When people would hear stories of someone having bad luck after ignoring a chain letter, it just kind of reinforced the myth. So it was all about that psychological effect and the fear of the unknown, which definitely made it spread like wildfire.
Awesome. Yeah, no, that makes sense. And before technology, that's what we had to deal with at the time. All right. I'm going to take off. Do you have any parting messages for the Dank Nation on this True Crime Thursday?
Absolutely. Well, thanks everyone for hanging out and diving into some true crime fun with us today. Keep it spooky, keep it curious, and we will catch you next time. Have an awesome day, everyone.
All right. Appreciate you, and we will talk to you later. All right, guys. That was pretty cool. I like that. You know what? I like when it works, man. The robot girl. When it works, it works. When it doesn't, it doesn't. All right, guys. I'm going to get on out of here, man. Steven Wilson, where are you at? Hopefully he joins us for the 420. Oh, no 420 show today, guys. We got game night tonight. That's right. Game night at 7 p.m., guys. Actually, 7:10. p.m. California time. I will post it up ASAP. So we got a game night tonight, guys. So no 420 show. I'll be dropping some stuff in the meantime. I want to this midnight reviewer. I want to hear all the feedback on it. See what you guys think of the new midnight reviewer look and reviews. All right, guys, you have a good one. I got to get Rosie out to the bathroom. She's a dying over here, guys. All right, appreciate you. You are loved. You are appreciated, guys. Go out and be the difference you want to see in the world. Hold the door open for the lady. Carry her groceries if she's overwhelmed, guys. Fucking takes 5 minutes, man. Listen to the old man stories. Do the things you just did for an hour and a half. I appreciate you. Sin, we appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching, everyone out there. Larry, Broken Brain, Aaron, Lonnie, even David Koresh. What? We appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much. We will see you guys on the flip. Harvey Hooligans. We will see you guys on the flip side.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
All right, have a good one, guys. Go get toasted, roasted, and boasted. We'll see you guys. Oh.
The devil rode into Arizona under a blood red